Hello, my beautiful Leos, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your mid-January 2020 check-in, and your theme is the Six of Cups, possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. But the Six of Cups, are you taking a trip down memory lane? Are you going physically back to places where you used to live, where you were raised? Are you hanging out with family members or childhood friends that you haven't seen for a long time? Are you looking at old photos? Are you reflecting back? Are you having feelings of nostalgia? Maybe shows, movies, comics, books that you used to read a lot. All right. The Six of Cups is all about familiarity, nostalgia, taking that trip down memory lane for whatever that's coming up for you. All right. So before I pull a few more cards to go into more detail, I'd like to remind you to please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, comment below. Love reading your comments, and it helps me out so much, like a lot. So I really appreciate it. All right. So I've shuffled the cards off camera. I'm just going to cut. Good so far. Now I'm going to I use 3 decks, so. And I'll explain everything in a second. Interesting. All right, and I also have advice. And make sure you stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards, all right? So first off, for the third and fourth week, I've pulled 3 cards each. So the top card, the Tarot of the Cat, represents what's happening on the surface. My Thoth deck represents what's happening beneath the surface. And my Mystic Mondays card represents advice, so you can get the absolute best possible outcome based on the surrounding circumstances, okay? And again, reminder, stick around for your destiny cards where you pick your own destiny. All right, so on the third week, on the surface, we have got the Ace of Pentacles, all right? Possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, but this is a new start, a new opportunity in regards to money, maybe how you make money or where you are living, or it could be just something to do with material, new full creative potential in regards to material wealth, material aspects, money, things like that, okay? However, under the surface, we have got the 8 of Cups, indolence, okay? So this new opportunity, you know, that has been burst forth, it's actually been because you have given up on something previously, or you might have this new opportunity, but you feel like you've given up before it's even really started, but that is not the case at all, and I'll let you know why in a minute, okay? But the thing is, whenever we go through difficult times, that actually creates like new potential, new opportunities, because when we go through things that we don't like, when we're disappointed, when things used to be great and then they've just gone completely sour, that when we figure out what we don't want, it actually allows us to better understand what we do want. And when we've got a better definition of that and our desires, then we're able to actually create that new potential to get what we want, right? So even though you might be still feeling disappointed from something previously, right? If it wasn't for this disappointment, you wouldn't have this new creative, pure potential. So at the end of the day, you know, we can't have the good without the bad. And easier said than done. I still can't fully grasp what I'm about to say. I wish I could take my own advice as easily as I dole it out. But we need to be as thankful for the difficult times as we are for the good times, because we can't have one without the other. But your advice card is the 4 of Cups. All right, so possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. All right, so the 4 of Cups is telling you just to meditate on love, on emotion, to be balanced in that. You might want to actually meditate a little bit more, right? Reflect on love and emotion and things like that. And I think some reflecting is in order, because like, what is it that was emotionally disappointing for you before, right? But you know, the 4 of Cups is telling you to meditate on that, to reflect on it, not just to like push it in the past or brush it under the rug, okay? And remember, the 6 of Cups is telling you to kind of look back at the good things as well. All right, so during the 4th week, we have got, this is amazing. Oh, I do this sometimes, but it's always on purpose, okay? So on the surface, I did pull from my Thoth deck. We have got the Priestess, all right? So this is possibly a Taurus, possibly a female Taurus influence. But on the surface, you actually have this amazing new spiritual awareness and knowledge, and it's probably from this new opportunity, this new pure potential that you've tapped into during the third week, okay? So the priestess is telling you to be sensitive to the messages that the universe is sending you, because you are going to be more sensitive to it. So just really pick up on it, to listen to your dreams, to listen to your intuition, to tap into your inner divine goddess. And the reason why you're able actually to do this and to have this spiritual awareness, this spiritual development, is because under the surface, we have got the Two of Swords, peace. Okay, swords, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence. But the Two of Swords is finally like, possibly like, it could be a few things. It could be, you know, a meeting of minds that were once conflicting. It could be peace, even if it is temporary, or at least the start of peace. That space where like, whether it was different ideas that were previously contradicted inside of your mind, or actual like battling with someone else, or a particular situation where you felt like, you know, you were at war in a way. This is finally the beginning of peace, the finally beginning of calmness. Okay, oh my God, this is amazing. Look at your advice card. We have another ace. Your advice card is the Ace of Cups. You've got two aces. So whatever it was that was difficult before, you know, oh my God, sorry, I just had to pull this, right? So whatever, I'll explain what I pulled in a second, but whatever was difficult before has actually created this new potential, this new opportunity, right? The Ace of Cups is telling you that you have new pure potential and opportunities in love, with emotional connection, whether that was relationship or it's just something maybe that you did, or work, or some sort of service that, you know, gave you emotional fulfillment, that you've got that pure potential. You can go and have success in an emotional satisfaction in any direction that you want, okay? You've tapped into the new wells, right? So you've got an Ace with Pentacles and Ace in Cups, so it might be work that you find fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling, right? And look, I just picked up my cat deck to look at the base of the cards to see the residual energy from the beginning of January, or maybe even previously, and look at this residual energy. Ten of Swords. Something happened that almost seemed like out of control, that pretty much put you in survival mode and completely made you feel so alone and just pain and suffering, and it's not good. Sometimes this can be stabbed in the back. Sometimes it's just something that was completely unexpected and extremely traumatic, right? So, but this is hard, right? But the good thing about this residual energy, at least, is because it's the Ten of Swords, that's 10, it's completed. You know, it's the final big blowout that you're going to have in this aspect of your life, right? So it's never going to happen, not nearly to the same degree in your life ever again, okay? And it's created like Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups energy, new start, new start. It seems like you super needed this new start, and you've absolutely just like grown so much spiritually. It is amazing, right? And so, you know, the Six of Cups, your main theme, is really about like finding that comfort, right? I think you really need to treat your inner child for the latter half of January. That's what's going to give you lots of healing. So showing self, not just showing self-love, but showing self-love in a particular way, right? When you were a kid, what did you do to make yourself feel better, to self-soothe? Did you watch Winnie the Pooh cartoons? Did you have a bubble bath? Did you eat strawberry ice cream? Did you sing? Did you dance? Did you go swimming? Did you go to the park? Did you go to an amusement park? You know, you need to treat yourself. Ask your inner child. So do this right now. Put both hands on your heart, and I want you to say, my beautiful inner child, what do you want so that I can show you you are loved? And whatever they say, you have to do it. And that's the Six of Cups. All right, we're ready for our destiny cards. So pick a number 1, 2, or 3. And if you're familiar with the drill, you can just hit the timestamps for destiny cards 1, 2, or 3 in the pinned comment below. Just one more. Okay, now one's more. So this is where you get to use your own intuition to get a much more specific reading. And I hope you like it. Comment below like if this reading's resonated with you so far. I love reading your comments so much. All right, and advice card based on whether you pick destiny cards 1, 2, or 3. All right, if you picked one for your destiny cards, let's see what we've got. Interesting. Very interesting. What is it that you're looking back on? Look at this. This is amazing. We have got on the surface, I'll just show you everything. We have got on the surface the Two of Cups. This could be a love relationship based on friendship. It could be a really positive friendship, but it essentially, the Two of Cups, they're like two peas in a pod, right? So if whatever it was that fell apart previously, if it was a relationship, I feel like it might have been a wake-up call for both of you, whether it was friendship or romantic, to reconnect, right? To see eye to eye, to get back on the same page. Beneath the surface, look at this. We have got the Star. This is one of the best cards in the deck. It is a possible Aquarius influence as well. It seems like both of you have really awoken this inner light. You've really connected with each other's souls, like deep down, right? This connection you realize is real. This could be a soulmate or twin flame connection, right? And that's not just limited to romantic relationships. You guys are back on page, seeing eye to eye, and I think it's because both of you have seriously had a massive wake-up call. And also, this is your advice. We've got the Three of Pentacles, possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. Your advice is to remember that relationships are work, right? They're always in transition. You need to work hard to continue to get this relationship to work, because relationships, they're kind of like a house, right? With a house, you're always having to go around and check the foundation and check the walls and check the floors and check everything and fix this and fix that, and keep things up to date, because if you don't do those things, the house will eventually fall apart and become decrepit. It is the same thing with relationships. You both need to consistently work to keep that connection secure, to continue to make sure that you feel loved, that the other person feels loved. I seriously recommend, for any type of relationships, the book called The 5 Love Languages, right? You can just read the original, because you can apply it to any type of relationship, right? And I would 100% recommend that book, so that you guys can continue to work to show each other the love that you need, right? Also, because there's three, you might also want to get an outside influence, right? This could be just going to, a priest or a pastor or a rabbi or a psychologist or a couples counselor, or advice from people in your family or your friends, right? But it's not just one person going, it's also like both of you going, just to get that third opinion, to see the blind spot that both of you have, okay? So relationships are hard work, but man, I think that you guys can make this work. That's amazing. If you pick two for your destiny cards, let's see what we've got. Ooh, interesting. Oh, this is cool. Nice, I like it. All right, so on the surface, we have got the King of Wands, okay? Possible, obviously this could be you, but it could be another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, right? But the King of Wands is a male, tends to be an older male, it could be you, right? But just the masculine side of you, to someone who is mature and wise and tends to be a good father and really sticks up for those that cannot stick up for themselves, like warm-hearted, okay? And yeah, really cares about things being done properly. Anyways, underneath the surface, there's hard work. So if this is you or if this is someone else, this person is either working hard or you have been working hard for a connection with this person, right? But your advice card actually is the Empress, right? Could possibly be an Aries, possibly a female Aries influence. But the Empress is saying, that you are a great leader and that you can accomplish whatever you want. You have courage, you have strength, you have power, and just to also enjoy the fruits of your labor, okay? So just enjoy everything that you've worked hard for, all right? If you've picked three for your destiny cards, let's see. How did we get here? Wow. If you've picked three for your destiny cards, remember when I picked up the cards and I showed the card at the base? Look, it's the same card. if you picked 3 for your destiny cards, you are still reeling in whatever it was that caused you pain previously, right? And it sucks. And the thing is, like, whatever happened to you totally was not fair. It totally wasn't right. You absolutely did not deserve it, okay, at all, right? And, you know, probably one of the reasons why you're still reeling from this pain is because you are really sensitive, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? We need sensitive people on this planet, right? They're able to really care for people like babies and children and animals and the environment and things like that, right? But what we've got underneath the surface is, so this is better, under the surface we've got the 4 of Swords, right? Again, Swords, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, but we have under the surface, yes, you're still in pain, right? But under the surface, we now have the creation of the beginning of the space of the end, right? The end of this pain is now beginning. That space is being created. It's at least a temporary stop in it. And your advice is the High Priestess, okay? The High Priestess, possible Taurus, possibly a female Taurus influence, but the High Priestess is telling you to listen to signs from the universe. Like right now, you're still in such shock about what happened, right? But this space is being created so that you can tap into messages from the universe. You may not believe me right now when I say this, but the universe, spirit, you know, God, Goddess, your higher self, spirit guides, angels, archangels, saints, ascended masters, they do have your back. They are sending you messages so that you can create a better life for yourself, a better situation for yourself. Also, reminder, this will never happen again, never again to the same extent at all, right? But you also might want to, you know, listen to your dreams, right? You might want to get a synchronicity journal, certain like words and things that keep coming up, right? Those are the messages that you need to tap into. Just tap into your inner divine goddess and receiving that information, okay? That's what's going to be really healing, and that space has been created to receive those messages, all right? I hope that was helpful. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Comment below. Love reading your comments. If you'd like a private reading, please send me an email, contact@sinceretarot.co.uk. Also, I have monthly and mid-monthly videos, so make sure to check them out, all right? Are you still here? Excellent. It's time for secret bonus card. I almost laugh at myself each time because I whisper. It's like, why am I whispering? All right, so what is one more really important piece of advice that my beautiful Leos really need to know? A message that they really need to hear for, just popped out, for mid-January. Look at this. We have got the Princess of Pentacles, all right? So the Princess of Pentacles is telling you that whatever your desires are, whatever you want, you can actually attain it. You just need to break out that, you know, goal, that idea that is out there into actual physical, tangible steps, right? So you might want to do long-term plans, short-term plans, day-to-day plans, create a schedule, right? And actually think about how are you going to create that in the here and now, in the 3-dimensional reality, because you can, but you just need to be sensible and practical about it, okay? I'm gonna do one more bonus card. One more bonus card for my beautiful Leos. What do you need to know? The Emperor. You are strong. You are powerful. You can create order in your life again, and you will. You can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish 100%. You are strong. You can do this. You can make it to the top. That's what the Emperor is telling you to do. Have a wonderful month. Love you. Bye.